my take is the Patriots are going to be the worst team in the NFL this year. And you can bet on it right now at DraftKings at plus 345. Last year, I told you Bill O'Brien was suspect. It didn't work out, and it didn't. I still feel like I won the argument, even though really, what was the argument? That the gap between Bailey Zappi and Mac Jones wasn't that big, and whatever. I don't think Gerard Mayo can coach. I don't know that. We're going to find out. That's why they play the games. But I feel like with their current schedule, the state of the AFC, and their quarterback and offensive line and young players, and the fact that their offseason was really bad.
Suspect?
No, it was bad.
Worse than suspect? Criminal?
I just go back to Gerard Mayo making the joke of the orange juice and then spilling the orange juice after making the joke. That's how their offseason went. I think that's exactly how their football season is going to go. So this is why we do a talk show. Some agree, some don't. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. The Patriots are going to be the worst team in the NFL this year. But it's not a bad thing. I think they're going to get the number 1 overall pick or a top pick. And that's going to be very good for Drake May and the team going forward. But my take, and I'm saying it on, what's today's date?
June 27th.
June 27th, Patriots worst team in the NFL. And you can bet on it right now at DraftKings.
Disagree. I don't think they're as bad as the Panthers. I think their defense, while perhaps slightly overrated given the competition they faced last year, is good enough that they will win more than a handful of games, that they will not be the worst team in the NFL. I would also just say, Joe, I don't know if failing and being that bad, because you really have to be that type of bad to be, to have the number 1 overall pick in the NFL. That in no way can be good for Drake May. And I'll just say this. If they are that bad, I don't want him playing a single snap. If this team cannot protect him, if this team can't do anything, if they truly are that level of incompetent to be the worst team in the National Football League, I want Drake May nowhere near this thing.
I disagree with you, Joe. In fact, I think it's madness to say that they're going to be the worst team in the league. I think that's absolutely crazy. First of all, I'll take it a step further from what Maddie said. Forget about the Drake May thing. If you end up the worst team in the league, okay, and you've got this guy, Elliott Wolf, who I trust for whatever, I don't know why I trust him, but I trust him. And they re-signed all these guys that they already had on the roster that were the authors of a terrible season. He re-signed a bunch of those guys. And you end up the worst team in the league, not a good look for him. I don't expect that to happen. They have plus guys at a lot of positions. And you talked about the AFC East. Yeah, the AFC East is tough. I think the Miami Dolphins are about to be demoralized. Tua is not the guy. They're going to realize that sooner rather than later, and they're going to have turmoil there. The Buffalo Bills are taking a step back, and I don't know what to expect out of the Jets. The Patriots have plus players at key positions. I know the offensive line is questionable, but they've got a center, and that's the most important position on the offensive line. They've got plus receivers. Now,
plus receivers?
They've got some plus receivers. Nobody wants to acknowledge the receiver. They've got guys. Pop Douglas is a plus receiver. He's going to be good.
Can he stay on the field?
Well, why not? You got hurt?
He got hurt.
Injured?
Got hurt.
Okay, so, I don't know. Everybody talks about Christian Gonzalez like he's the next coming. We've seen him for 4 games.
Fair.
Okay,
yeah.
So
Devin McCourty wasn't good his second year.
For the benefit of the conversation, I'm going to go with it, and I'm going to talk about Christian Gonzalez, and I'm going to talk about Kyle Duggar, and I'm going to talk about Christian Barmore, and I'm going to talk, even though I expect a drop-off to some degree, Matthew Judon. And I'm going to talk about Ramondre Stevenson, who they've given some money to. And I'm going to talk about some of the rookies who I think could emerge because I trust Elliott Wolf. I just feel like based on the history and the continuity associated with the defense especially, I think it's ridiculous to say they're going to be the worst team in the league. I don't see that whatsoever. I think they're going to be representative, and they're going to be okay.
Why do you think Vegas has them as the worst team?
Because I don't think Vegas thinks that Drake May is going to play.
Yeah, I don't either.
I also don't think Vegas thinks the Patriots have a lot of talent, which I would agree with. I don't think they're the worst team in the league. I think defensively they are, pretty good. Again, maybe a little overrated coming off last year, but I think they've got a good defense. But I think the offense is going to be a complete disaster. Yes, you have a center, but that's not the most important position on the offensive line. That's left tackle. And you're going to try and put somebody there who's,
Do you know what I like? You know what I like? I actually like Alex Van Pelt.
Oh, I do too, actually.
I think he's going to help develop. I think they're going to try to run that Cleveland Brown scheme that they did with Nick Chubb. So Ramondre Stevenson would be that guy who'd fill that role. Hunter Henry will play the Njoku role, right? Like, I think they're going to try to build it. I don't know if Gerard Mayo can coach. I don't know. But as of right now, the way what I saw from this offseason and the way he handled things, I think those same things are going to happen on the field. And his decisions are going to be the same things that happen.
I think you're spot on about Van Pelt. And I was a fan of the Van Pelt hiring because he's worked with quarterbacks for 20 years. Now, he's never called plays before, which is going to hold him back and which is going to hold this offense back. But this is a transition year. This is all about putting Drake May in the best position to succeed and getting him the best coaching. So to have a guy who's worked with quarterbacks in the NFL going back to like 2006 at this point is exactly what you should do. I would prioritize having your offensive coordinator being a true quarterback guy over being a play caller, young, bright offensive mind who can draw it up in the dirt because he played Madden, all that, the Zach Robinsons of the world, the latest guy from the McVay tree and all that. I would prioritize the experienced veteran who maybe hasn't gotten a chance and hasn't called any plays, and that's a knock on him for sure. But I think it's more important to have experience than to have a true play caller running this operation. Year one.
Let's continue this because I already have someone telling me that my take is lazy. So I would like to work it out.
I don't think your take is lazy. I think it's bad, but I don't think it's lazy.
It's fine.
I think you worked hard to make this bad take.
I want you to. I got to say this before we go to break. To be the worst team in the league,
you got to suck.
You have to really suck.
Oh boy!
And I'm going out on a limb. That's not lazy.
No.
I'm sticking my neck out there.
Yes, you are.
I think they're going to be the worst team in the NFL.
Brave take, not a dangerous take,
but
a brave one.
That's not lazy at all.
Yeah, hardworking.
Their defense should keep them in games. They should. They should.
I think their defense is going to take a step back without Bill Belichick. I think their offense is going to take a step forward.
Oh, all right. We're going to continue this, and I have another one. Everyone's getting signed, right? Oh, where's my extension? Oh, yeah, that happens, right, Matt? John Mark, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he just re-signed? Where's my extension?
Market correction.
Where is my extension?
Where's Joe's extension?
That's what everybody on the Patriots is going to be doing this year.
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Maz here. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.